Boston Celtics take a commanding 2-0 lead over LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference Finals as they win Game 2, 107-94. What is going on, y'all? 5 Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA talking, NBA playoffs, here to discuss and break down Game 2. And boy, do I want to go off on the Cleveland Cavaliers supporting cast. Of course, everybody outside of LeBron James and perhaps Kevin Love, because boy, was that abysmal to watch. I mean, my God, okay? But with that being said, here to talk to you guys about the series, whether or not now the Celtics, who are now up 2-0, meaning this series, is it over, okay? Is it done? Is LeBron James not going to win this series? Is he bouncing after this season? What the hell is going to happen with LeBron? What the hell is going to happen with this Cavs team moving forward in the next games from here on out? So let's break it down. Let's talk about it. So before I start going off on the Cleveland Cavaliers, I wanted to take a look at the stat sheet, see if anything popped out to me, see if anything stood out for me after watching the game and seeing if, you know, the stat sheet showed something, because I always take a look at the stat sheet and take a look at the numbers and see if anything popped out, right? And I noticed something interesting, okay? Watching this game, the Cleveland Cavaliers clearly had lapses defensively where obviously they allowed the Celtics to get back into this game, especially in the second half, third quarter, and that just can't happen, right? But if you look at the numbers, Cavs shot 46% from the field, the Celtics shot 44%, okay? So Cavs shot better. Then you take a look at the fact that the Cavs missed 7 free throws. That's 7 big points, and I know LeBron was on a lot of them, but with that being said, 7 big points. And then here's the key stat: 15 turnovers for the Cavaliers to the Celtics, 5 turnovers. Okay, so 10 more turnovers for the Cleveland Cavaliers. What does that tell me? The Cavs shot themselves in the foot more so than the Celtics shooting them, really, because obviously the Cavs had a lead in this game and they blew it. Okay, they just blew it. Kind of similar to Houston against Golden State in Game 1, where Rockets did have a lead early on, and then they, you know, the Warriors just kept coming and coming at it. In this instance, I am not willing to say, obviously, that defense is the entire problem, because obviously there's other layers here, but the Cavaliers had the formula to beat this Celtics team, and they just flat out fell apart in the second half. With that being said, let's talk about this Cleveland Cavaliers team, and let's talk about the help, quote unquote, that people always want to say that LeBron James has, right? Because what's the notion? When LeBron James wins, he does it all by himself. When LeBron James loses, he has no help. Okay, well, here's the thing. That's not just LeBron James, by the way. That's with every superstar besides the Warriors, because everybody knows that team is stacked. LeBron had 42, 10, and 12. If you want to put any of the blame on LeBron James, I don't want to talk basketball with you. I don't think you deserve to talk basketball, okay? Because LeBron James was the sole reason the Cavs had a lead in this game, sole reason the Cavs kept it even close when the Celtics were making the run. LeBron James was by far, obviously, the reason they were in this game, okay? So if you want to put this loss on LeBron, I don't want to talk to you. You have no point there, okay? Kevin Love played well, 22 and 15, shot 50% from the field. So yes, he did his part. He showed up. J.R. Smith, 0 points. Okay, what did he play? 24, 25 minutes. J.R. Smith had more fouls than points. He needs to just not dress for the next game, because he is a ghost out there. He's a walking corpse, okay? And at this point, I feel like I could suit up right now and give the Cavs more than J.R. Smith is giving them, because he has been that damn abysmal, okay? So J.R. Smith has been an embarrassment in this series, especially in this game, and Tyronn Lue, who I will get to very shortly, needs to make some damn changes, okay? It should not have been Korver that should have gone to the bench when they inserted Tristan into the starting lineup. It should have been J.R. Smith, okay? So that's number one and first and foremost. Let's talk about George Hill. 3 points? George Hill, what the hell happened to you? I mean, my God, this is the same George Hill that was once considered a big part of the Spurs core, the same George Hill that took the Pacers team to the Eastern Conference Finals against LeBron James when he teamed up with Paul George. Remember that? Those Indiana Pacers teams, they were good, and yeah, Paul George was the star on that team, but George Hill was a main contributor as well, and he is just looking like a shell of his former self. I mean, my God, George Hill is awful. Jeff Green. He does not need to see the floor anymore. I don't want to see Jeff Green near the court. Jeff Green needs to stay his ass on the bench because Jeff Green, when he's on the court, nothing but bad things happen, and that was evident in Game 2 with his multitude of turnovers. Every time Jeff Green touched the ball, something bad happened, okay? That's just how bad Jeff Green was playing, and until he figures it out, I don't want to see Jeff Green, okay? Give Larry Nance Jeff Green's minutes, okay? Just do that. Rodney Hood, 2 points. Nothing else needs to be said. Larry Nance, no points. Jordan Clarkson, no points. But again, Nance and Clarkson, I will say this is more Tyronn Lue than those guys. So let's talk about Tyronn Lue now, okay? Tyronn Lue. Look, LeBron James has never had a Hall of Fame type of coach. He's never needed one to win championships. You could say Eric Spoelstra's, that type of coach. But I think Eric Spoelstra's okay. He's a good coach. He's not a great coach, not a Hall of Fame type of coach, okay? Tyronn Lue has probably the simplest job in the world of just don't mess things up, okay? And I like the fact that he inserted Tristan into the starting lineup because, yes, Al Horford does struggle against Tristan Thompson. But first and foremost, why the hell didn't you do that in Game 1? Let's talk about the fact that you brought in J.R. Smith late in the fourth quarter, I believe, when J.R. has nothing going for him. He has shown you nothing all game, and you insert him back into the game when I think the lead was cut down to like 6 or 7 by the Cavs, and you bring in J.R. Smith, okay? And then Larry Nance, why is he not getting any playing time? I mean, Jeff Green has become a liability, okay? Why is Larry Nance not getting any playing time? Jordan Clarkson was basically a DNP coach's decision. Look, I know Jordan Clarkson's wild at times, but sometimes when you just need offense, Jordan Clarkson can do something, okay? And like I said, George Hill and Rodney Hood are giving you next to nothing. So is Jordan Clarkson really that much worse? So just the mismanagement of players is by Tyronn Lue is just staggering to me. And then sitting LeBron James at weird stretches when the Celtics are making their run and they're about to put their foot on your throat and you don't have LeBron and Love out there. I mean, Tyronn Lue, it feels like he's playing for the Celtics at this point or coaching for the Celtics at this point because he's been that bad for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Brad Stevens is coaching circles around Tyronn Lue, okay? So with that being said, what more do you want from this man? And I'm talking about LeBron James. Like I said, 42, 10, and 12. What more do you want from him? You could be like, Fiz, he's not trying that much on defense. Well, yeah, because he has to do everything on offense. He doesn't have to carry the same weight as KD. He doesn't have to carry the same weight as Steph. Not even James Harden, because he's at least got Chris Paul to be the ball handler for half of the time at least. LeBron James has to do everything. So I know he is superhuman, and I know he is like crazy in terms of his stamina and ability, but he does get tired, folks, okay? So I don't know what else you want from this man because honestly the help he is getting is absolutely non-existent. Like I said, Kevin Love, I will give Kevin Love his credit, came today and balled out, but I mean, my God, can you really blame LeBron James if he leaves after this season? Because at this point, the roster that is out there, this is a lottery team, folks, without LeBron James. This is a lottery team, okay? So I can't blame LeBron James if he decides to leave after this season because of this abysmal roster that is put around the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I'm just as stunned as you guys because when that trade was made, when they traded IT, Crowder, Derrick Rose, Dwayne Wade, all those guys, and they got back Hood, Hill, Clarkson, Nance, I thought these guys were going to be good because they were younger, more athletic, and I just don't know what has happened. They've just gone into the absolute tank, okay? So real quick, let's talk about the Celtics. So this is how they do it, right? By committee because all of these guys, almost 6 guys in double figures. Jaylen Brown, 23 points. Al Horford, 15, 10, 4, 2 blocks, 2 steals. He had a great game. Terry Rozier came on late, 18 points. Marcus Morris with 12. Tatum didn't have a great game, just had 11 points. But again, other guys pick up the slack. Like today, Marcus Smart, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 9 assists with 4 steals. He was huge. So with the Celtics, this is the formula for them, which is by committee, not just one guy. So they're playing great team basketball right now. But like I said, is this series over? It's very easy to jump to that conclusion right now. And actually, the numbers would support it because I believe the Celtics are 37-0 in their history when they're up 2-0 in a series. And again, like I said, with the way things have been going in game 1 and 2, you would think that Boston's going to win this series just because LeBron James is not getting any help outside of maybe Kevin Love. But with that being said, you guys might call me delusional, might call me crazy. I'll stick with my original pick of the Cavs in 6. Celtics have not shown me that they can win on the road. They're 1-4 on the road. I know they're undefeated at home, but again, they're lackluster on the road, and even that one win, they barely won. So to me, if the Cavs get right and win these 2 games at home, now we're talking about a whole new series. And again, we're still dealing with the greatest player in the world here. At home, I'm hoping that, the role players, they play better, they show up, and give LeBron a little bit of help because he's going to bring his A game. So I'm not ready to say the series is completely over. Do I feel good about it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't. And the easy way would be to just pick the Celtics to win this series because of the way they're playing. But I'm going to stick by the Cavs, and I'm just going to say that they win these next 2 games. And what's going to happen is Game 5. Hopefully that's the game that the Cavs need to steal, because if it goes to Game 7, I'm not feeling very good about that Game 7 in Boston. I don't think the Cavs can win Game 7 in Boston. So with that being said, very depressing time right now if you are a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, if you are a LeBron James fan, really, because of what you're seeing. But again, let's see what happens moving forward. I'm not feeling great about it, but I'm going to stick with the Cavs to win these next 2 games and win this series in 6. But my God, the Boston Celtics are showing out. Okay, let me know what you guys think. If you guys agree or disagree with me, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, you might think defense is the issue, and it is, but turnovers, Cavs got to cut that down. Role players got to show up at home, and Cavs got to hit their free throws. So there's a couple things they can clean up here, but J.R. Smith, the role players, they need to show up, and Tyronn Lue needs to coach better. It's just an all-around effort that needs to be made. So let's see what happens. With that being said, again, call me crazy, but I'm going to stick with the Cavs in 6. Leave a comment down below if you guys agree or disagree. Make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.